Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Eco from the Eco GangZ, whatever we're calling this server. I've been doing some work between episodes, and I have to say I'm enjoying this game so much. It's like Terra Firma Craft meets things, and I don't know, I'm having a blast. But I've started a new project. I talked a little bit last episode about how I wanted to start a community research center, or a community resource center, I should say. And here it is. I've been working on it. I figured I should probably show it to you before it's done. So basically, this is going to be it. What we're going to have is a hallway here that kind of goes down the central portion, right? And then we'll have rooms for each type of resource. So here we might have food, here we might have wood, here we might have stone, and then over here we might have like ingots or something, you know, whatever. And then each will probably be marked with a sign. So there's enough room here for 4 chests and then a sign. And I think that should be plenty. We could even divide this up even further and say, like, if this was the food room, carbs over here, meat over here, etc., etc. So that's what I've been working on. Also, I've kind of figured out a few things about this game that I didn't know last episode. I've done some skill leveling up and stuff like that. And one super useful skill is it called Lumberjack? It's under survival here. Let's see. Yeah, right here, logging yield. So this allows me to get bonus logs whenever I gather a tree. And how you chop up the tree makes a difference for how many logs you get. So like, you can see when I chopped this tree up into little itty bitty pieces, I can gather each of these, and each time it's gonna give me 2 extra logs, which means I can basically take one tree and get like an insane amount of logs out of it. So that was 9 skill points, I think? Maybe 8 skill points. Either way, it was skill points very well spent, because we do have to be very careful about the environment and kind of taking care of the environment of the world. But at the same time, I want to build big and pretty things, and and I don't want to just, like, not build pretty things because I'm worried about resources. So I think that skill is a great way to kind of balance the two a little bit. Also, I did some work on our little starter shack that we built last episode too. My house is over there. I'll go show it to you in just a second. Let me finish putting these couple of logs down. I think you guys are gonna like it. It's amazing. I've been playing on the server basically all day. I'm enjoying myself so much. So anyway, if we head over to our house, and I need to kind of get some food here pretty soon anyway. But this is our starter shack. It doesn't look like much of a starter shack anymore. It looks quite nice, in fact. So I've got doors, I've got windows, I have a staircase that leads up to a second story, which is still under construction. I want to put an actual, like, roof on this, but in order to do that, I need some other skills that I don't have access to yet, so I need to hold off on the roof. But everything is functional. We've got this all divided up into rooms. It is important to divide rooms with actual walls and stuff, because these different crafting things, right, like the carpentry bench and stuff like that, they require often that they have their own room, and the room needs to meet certain requirements. Like, it has to have a roof, it has to have walls, it can't have any gaps bigger than 3. Like, it's okay to have 2 blocks that are gaps side by side like this, but if I go 3, it won't be considered a room anymore. So, like, for example, I found out, not that one. I found out that if I take this out, so your staircase is a little bit more open, then this doesn't actually count as a room anymore. So a couple things that I've kind of been working on, might as well grab these since I'm going to need them anyway. and we came over here to get food. Let's just eat some huckleberries. Also, having a balanced diet. In other words, eating different... I keep hitting E to close the door. It's right-click to close the door, but E to interact with, like, chests and things like that. So I keep doing that. But anyway, having a balanced diet really has an effect on how many skill points you gain. So I was gaining 30 skill points per day, and now I'm up to 54 skill points per day. And it seems that you do gain skill points while you're offline. So that's good. I logged in this morning, and I had... I think like 15 skill points to spend, 20 skill points to spend, something like that. I had a decent number of them. And I spent them on just some kind of basic stuff. I really like how the community aspect of this is kind of driving what we do. So like, some people have been actively involved in research. Generic B has a research table in his house that everyone's kind of been using, and all the research books are just stored there. And as a result, when one person unlocks research, we basically unlock that research for everybody, and it's pretty cool. Like, we're all kind of working as a team, and I'm really enjoying that quite a lot. On GangZ, when we were playing Unturned, we had a lot of kind of PvP and stuff like that going. And you guys who've been watching me for a long time know that PvP, to be honest, it's not really my jam. You know, it's okay. I don't dislike PvP per se, but it's not really something that I greatly enjoy either. I don't really get super excited about PvP. But this, we're basically all working as a team, and I really like it. I'm having a blast. Just kind of, we're building like a little town here. I think someone's running for mayor. It's interesting. It's very, very cool how this game is kind of shaping up. But I have a lot of work to do on the Community Resource Center. I need to build this up a bit higher. I may actually go even 4 high. No, I don't think we want to do that. I also want to have a staircase in here so this can be multiple levels. And I'd like to dedicate like the first level to resources and then the second level to like community research stations and smithing, you know, all the various crafting stations that are within the game. I'd like the second floor to be used for that. So we'll have to figure out how I can work a staircase in. Maybe we could do like ooh, that's not a bad idea. We could maybe have a staircase coming up the outside, and then this would be like a little balcony up here. That could be kind of cool. Anyway, I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of trees to chop down and all sorts of crazy stuff to kind of get this thing up and running, but we're making some progress. I plan to have this thing at least functional by the end of the episode, and we have a long ways to go. So let me get to work, guys, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. All right, guys, I am back, and the Community Resource Center is up and running, open for business, so to speak. I've got a couple of stairs here that I just want to kind of put... No, I want to put you here. Like that. There we go. But yeah, this is pretty fantastic. It's up and running. We've got 4 double chests in all of these, and some of them have already been pretty well stocked. Like, oh, actually, this isn't supposed to go in here. But like dirt, and over here we've got lumber and wood, which is doing pretty good. I'm gonna put these stairs in here, but basically I finished it up. We still need a floor in here of some sort, though, because this grass is going to drive me crazy. But we'll get to that eventually. I wanted to get the structure operational first. But yeah, I mean, I put this up. I put a message in the chat, and within a couple minutes, there were already people donating resources and materials to the Community Resource Center. So that's pretty fantastic. That's super cool. I'm going to steal just a little bit of lumber here because I also want to add a second floor to this structure. And stairs. What? What is this? Oh, man. The building in this game is a little wacky sometimes, to say the least. Also, I was playing around with roof sections on my house. Yeah, it's a little weird. They're a little wonky. Apparently, they're kind of bugged right now. Yeah, like, look at this. Why? No, I want the stairs to go this way. I can't even. Oh, man. Whatever. As long as we have a way to get up here, because I'm going to be doing some work. These stairs are probably only going to be, well, maybe they'll be temporary. I don't know. We'll have to see. But ultimately, I'm going to want to be able to get up here because I want to add essentially a second story to this building. And up on the second level, we'll have all of the different crafting stations. We've got a few of them in here right now. We've got a just a basic workbench, a masonry thing, a carpenter's table, some of that kind of stuff. But there's a lot more, and I'd like to have one of each located somewhere within this structure. So I actually need to add a second story to it. And then I want to cap it off with a roof as well. So we still have a lot of work left to do. And the roof might be a little goofy, because as I said, the way that the roof works in Eco is kind of bizarre. So, like, here, let me just show you. If we grab some roof sections here, right? We can put them up here. We can jump. There we go. Oh, nope. There. So we can put roof sections down like this. And it works how you'd expect, right? Pretty easy. But then when you start bringing them over, if you want to like extend your roof, it does this. It's so goofy. And it does the same thing regardless of how far you extend it for and whether or not there are planks underneath it. And I mean, I've tried everything. It's really weird. So I think we're probably going to have to go for a one-level roof, which is less than ideal. But it'll work, I guess. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed by that. I was hoping we'd be able to have a nice big angled, get up the stairs, please. A nice angled roof like this going all the way across the house. And for that matter, across the community resource center too. But it looks like that's not going to be a thing. So, oh well. Early access, I mean, this is an alpha build of the game. This isn't even officially beta yet, so, I mean, bugs are kind of to be expected. And there are a couple, and apparently the next update that's going to be coming out will fix some of them. So, we'll see. Also, another thing I've been working on a bit is a bit of a mine over here so I can get quarry, or get stone, because as I said in the first episode, I'm planning to be kind of a builder. So I'm going to deal primarily in like woodworking, carpentry, building stuff, roads, stone, masonry, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I want to have stone, and I don't want to just like dig all over the surface and get stone that way. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I've had a long day. I'm tired. I've been playing this all day. But yeah, I don't want to just go digging around the surface because that makes the overworld look really bad. So I'm digging out a bit of a mine here. I haven't decided yet. I don't really care for the way that this looks right now. Maybe what we'll end up doing is something like this. And if I grab, I think I've got some logs in here. Yeah, I've got some logs right here. If I grab these and put these down, this might work. If I do that. Oh, that works beautifully. And it looks good. Yeah. So we'll do that. That'll totally work. So what is... The mouse scroll wheel works the opposite direction of how you would expect it to, it seems. I was just scrolling the other way. That's really weird. Anyway, So what I'm going to do is basically have a bit of a mine here, and then each of these levels will be like a little platform, right? And that way, that would be the level where the mine shafts will kind of split off. So we'd have one like right here, we'd have one like right here, and here. You can kind of see. And as we go deeper and deeper and deeper, we'll run into different resources and things along those lines. So I think it'll work out pretty well. We'll also probably want, if I replace that, now it still does this weird thing. And it wouldn't be a big deal, except you can like kind of fall into that gap and it like throws me off a little. But whatever. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, so I'm working on a bit of a mine shaft over here as well. And maybe what we'll do is... Oh, we need that there. And probably... Well, I mean, we could just do... I'm contemplating this. If we go... and take... Come on, jump. There we go. Maybe we'll put this over here. We'll do wood like so. This one, of course, wants to do this instead of the floorboard that I actually want. So let's try this. If I put you back and we grab this stair and put it there. Oh, there, it works. Okay, so we'll have like a little mine shaft that kind of goes down, and that way I can gather stone. And I'll probably make this like a community mine shaft, essentially. I do want to kind of put a little bit of like an entrance around it. If I have any lumber. Oh, here we go. Good. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to need to kind of clear space for that entrance. So I'm thinking the entrance is going to go like right over here. And actually, it'll be much faster. Just dump it in there. We'll do this. Let's see here. So next one would be over here. Sometimes the building materials in this game function in ways that you wouldn't expect them to, and I'm still trying to kind of learn the quirks and nuances of it, if that makes any sense. Can I put that? Yeah, that'll work. All right. So now, if we grab those logs and dump those here, I should be able to kind of build those up and around to make like a little bit of a mine shaft entrance. I mean, it doesn't look great because of the way that the cross sections work, but it also doesn't look terrible. I'm not completely against it. What would probably be better, what we could do, it would probably work better if we took out these dirt sections right here and put logs in there as well. Like so. Does that look any better? Not really. But it's a mine. I mean, it doesn't have to look... It's about as good as I can make it, you know what I mean? There's only so much you can do with a mine shaft. Maybe at some point we'll expand it and make it wider. That might make a difference. But for now, I think this works. It doesn't have to be perfect. I also need to figure out if there's a way to get lighting in the game, because you can see it's kind of starting to get dark. And I don't know, is there any, like... There are torches and campfires. A candle which will burn tallow to produce a small amount of light. That doesn't really do me any good. There are, like, torches and stuff, but torches, you can't, as far as I know anyway, you can't mount them on anything. You can't, like, put them in a torch holder or something. I'm just kind of looking, but I don't see anything that would hold a torch. So, like, I can carry one around, like so, and it gives off plenty of light, which is awesome, but I have to carry it. I can't stick it against a wall or stick it in the ground or anything like that. And I mean, it'd be nice to have some lighting inside the houses. So yeah, we'll have to see about that as well. But we got some huge work done on the resource center. We actually have, I mean, this thing is functional. It's not done because, as I said, I want to add a second story and it needs a roof on it. But it is up and running. And everyone else on the server now can come here to get their any resources they want to donate or any of that kind of stuff. That's all here at the community resource, courtesy of me. So yeah, good stuff. So anyway, guys, I think that is going to do it for this episode. My friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.